Now, I'm not one of those that likes to get into situations like these because I believe there's always two sides to every story, and I don't like when people rush into things, especially on the social platform where the most level-headed, intelligent, and important people care to share their thoughts on a daily basis. But when I stumbled across a post regarding the WHL mandating neck guards starting November 3rd, I was honestly impressed. This is a step in the right direction regarding the safety of players. It's unfortunate that something as gruesome and heartbreaking had to be the catalyst for this to finally take place, but it's a step in the right direction, especially since it's something already so common across the rest of the hockey world. I mean, the OHL and the QMJHL were already taking part in this. In most parts of Europe, this was already a staple, so there shouldn't be any controversy. Grown men arguing over a piece of fabric that goes around someone's neck while playing the sport we all know and love. How delightful. And you wonder why I frequent this platform with every waking second I have. It's also just beautiful to see some people using this as a device to further deliver their hateful rhetoric. Like, I know this is AI stuff right here, but someone sat down and did that. That is absolutely disgusting and just downright abysmal. Also, how is this considered a knee-jerk reaction when half of the hockey world already does this? It's literally in the Hockey Canada rulebook under Rule 3.6 that every minor and female hockey player already has to wear one. Honestly, the fact that the WHL has lagged behind the rest of the CHL concerns me, and it never even dawned upon me until now. The Q has had them in place for the last 30 years. The OHL's had them in place since 2008 after Florida Panthers forward Richard Zednik got his neck slit. And ironically, Zednik, he played his junior years in the WHL. People acting like this is a knock on the sport probably don't really understand either how dangerous the sport can be or how sharp skates actually are. Like, if you want another sport example, take short track speed skating. They wear an entire suit where no skin other than their face is allowed to be visible, and most skaters wear a Kevlar-lined suit beneath their regular spandex. This is also accompanied by thick, cut-proof socks, cut-proof gloves, and wouldn't you know it, a neck guard, because those blades are even sharper than the ones on hockey skates, and at the speeds that they're going, and if you watch some of these crashes, they could be absolutely devastating. If it weren't for their protective gear, you'd probably see something absolutely devastating at almost every meet. Also, a bit of a story time. I can recall one moment in my hockey career where I was really happy that I had a neck guard on. It's a hockey tournament in Williams Lake where we were playing against a small logging town of Mackenzie. Myself and one of their players collided mid-ice, and when we fell down, his skate was right up close and pressing against what would have been my bare neck. But thankfully, my trusty Bauer neck guard was there to separate his blade from my jugular. I even remember skating to the bench and telling my coach, and he further stressed the importance of neck guards. And that was back in 2015. Wearing a neck guard is not a sign of weakness, it's not pandering, it's not an overreaction, it's the proper caution being taken. Plus, every single one of these kids playing in the WHL have worn neck guards before. Every single one. None of them are going to make a stink about it. So to all you brilliant Twitter users out there, keep rubbing those brain cells together. Maybe everything will make sense one day and you won't feel the urge to get mad at children's safety while playing a sport. And if you can't take my word for it, just take the words from the best there ever was, because he nailed it.
And so here we are now. All these kids grew up, especially in Canada, wearing the neck guards. Why take it off? Keep the neck guards on. And I'm sure the Players Association and the Commissioner's Office, they're going to grandfather this in, and eventually we're going to see all kids coming into the league wearing neck guards.